information, do my little markups on it, and then just scan and send it back. So I haven't got back to Rosa as of yet um, with what you submitted, but just know I'm working on that. That led me to the little thing that I'm looking at now. So yeah, as you mentioned, uh, Julian, about the confirm, the zero is important, right? On the zone itself. When you get that, a lot of the times that is a high quality, high probability zone that you could expect some sort of rejection out of. So that is very important to be present. Now, while this is not a part of structure, we have that low, we put in this high, we fail, and then we trade below it. I've been seeing where I can be a little more lenient when this occurs. Usually, I like a structural break. So, a structural break would be something like this, yeah, this down here, putting in a body closure up above. So, that would be the structural break would be here. And then you get a wick through that structural break that trades in, and then the body floats down after. So, there have been times where um, price responded to this, but then price didn't give the body below. And when the body actually went through, price was already moving the other way. And by the time it traded back up into where it gave the body, it actually just took out the high. So I'm realizing that there's only certain circumstances that you would choose something like this, choose a zone like that. And that's where that footprint chart is sort of given some extra information on it. But again, uh, once I get down to the details of it, it'll be a lot easier to explain it, and you guys be able to follow along. The market opens here, trades above, moves back below, moves back into the range, moves back below. Yeah, this. Somebody said there was news. What news do we have? Something happens with like red folder at 10 or something. New home sales. Oh, and Powell. Okay. New home sales, a huge miss. Haven't had these numbers since July of 24, July of last year. So the one that
Hey,
we
good morning. Good morning.
really need to
We'll be
judge
starting in a minute or so.
is
I'll be there in no time.
existing home
Um,
sales.
just grabbing some coffee.
Something happened.
Yeah, I don't want to see my screen in the meantime. Wait, here we go. Yeah. All right. So we tapped into. This is the 50% of the this zone, right? I had this of a more precise place that we could tap into. I would like for price to go here. I don't know if it will. I got break even of most of my shorts since yesterday because price is obviously going up, right? Um, support zone. Give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, as you know, we faced a few break even yesterday. Um,
So what's that numbers like?
since we higher, there's more higher time frame swings. Let me highlight the lower time frame one
Thanks for
and
the risky
some
real content.
viewable work color like this. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is the making of the fourth swings, by the way. So I can always be looking for shorts, which is good. So we have this high that's end up coming below that wick. Let me check.
So this is likely
I
the
didn't get the
candle
coffee yet.
going.
Wait a minute.
Something within here.
Alright, so I have price coming in here, but I will see. We will see what price goes to us.
There's that candle. So then talk about consolidating at the top of it. Price moves away from it, comes back to it.
Yeah, but in order for price to go there, we first have to give some close, because you see that bounce that comes from that zone. We want to see this leg come and close below this low, and then on the retest there might be something to get to the target. Let's see.
Bunch of selling, might not selling either. So I heard Dallas real estate.
But the major idea around that trade is we are at the 50% of a higher time frame zone. Look at that top,
In
right?
my area, but the homes are taking
You can
longer to
expect
sell
scalps
now.
off of the levels,
Where you have some people flip flopping between either
and
trying to
yeah,
charge a high rent, cover the mortgage, or trying to get rid of the home at an inflated price. So they tend to sit quite a bit um, because the interest rates are already high, and if
I
you're looking
still
at high
have to give
prices
some
with high
closure.
interest rates,
Boom, boom,
you
boom,
know,
boom, boom.
no one in their right
Hey,
mind
hey,
is
Nova,
going to
FPV,
go for
and
a
Rush
different price.
Chaser. Good
And
morning,
you guys
Rush
are
Chaser.
waiting for lower interest rates.
The
I
Rush
mentioned that when
Chaser.
Powell gets out of office, he's going to put someone in who's ultra dovish, someone who is going to lower the interest rates. What does that mean? Yeah, while a lot of buyers will come into the market due to having access to lower interest rates, you might have some people that might buy now and finance then.
So yeah,
But
okay, cool.
with those buyers coming into the market, that's going to
Finally,
drive up prices again.
they get something.
It's essentially going to be a seller's market at that point. People desperate to get homes. So, um,
Alright.
the lower interest rate, if it still drives up home prices due to demand, then it ends
Like
up still
this candle
hurting
to
the
close
buyer in the long run
slightly lower.
because there are a lot of people opting for adjustable mortgage rates. It's a lot easier for them
Did
to
we take that low?
get access to
Yes, we did.
funding with
So I get
fixed
an
term.
entry from here, but
If
I have a break
the
even now.
rates are going to temporarily come down and then for the long haul be raised, which is something that
Alright, can you guys hear me clearly?
you have people jumping into
Is this clear?
adjustable
Some of
mortgage
my
rates
friends is not
whatever
saying
percentage
that the
for
volume is
the first
not loud enough.
maybe 2 3 years or
So
however long it is, but
yeah,
then get
I
caught
got an entry from here,
out of it
and my break even price was below
when
this.
those rates
So
rise.
let me show you.
So it's a
This is my
tricky
entry.
spot to be
This
in
one, in fact, this
with
is the retest
these homes
on
being
the first break here.
overvalued in value.
Second time out
You see
of
some
a lower
homes
time
selling for
frame
$1
zone
million
that's up there.
on 2 acres, and the home
my target is this, and once we got below this here, I switch to break even. You know. So one would argue that there's no close. I'm not talking about closes when I say once we get there, my stop goes to zero because I know something about price coming back into it. If I could say so. Okay. So yeah, let's see and frame why this, right? The reasons are we are in a Nova FPV. Also, can you walk to your indicator being used and which one are free? Um, there is. I use mainly structure pilot and DTFXTV. I will walk you through, right. For now, let me explain the reason why I got into that. Alright, that's nice. The throat that we like to see. Okay, the idea behind it, you see that this low to that high, that makes the zone. It's a higher time frame one. There is one here. Let me show you because you guys are lucky. There is one of my best friends in the stream today. So I want to make this as clear as day for him to understand. So buckle up, okay? Alright, so as you can see from this low to that high, know that we are in the 1 hour, right? From this low to that high, we have a swing. From that low to that high, we have a second swing. And the last one, the one that we're currently using is that one, right? What you have to know is that this one was unmitigated. Why? Because price traded away from it, never came back to touch inside, right? That's what I mean by unmitigated, right? So what we did here is very simple. We took a Fibonacci, um, like it's not really a Fibonacci, it's just some level. The 30%, which is from the bottom to the top because it's a bearish zone, right? 30, 50, 70, as you can see right here. We know that we like to find our setups around. Give me 1 second. Let me manage that position for 1 second. It seems like there's a video playing on the background. Oh, is there? Oh. It seems like there's a video playing in your background that's maxing out your voice. Is it better here? Is it better? Yeah, better sound like Dave. Dave talking? Oh wait, maybe. Yep. All right. There's no more Dave. I was watching the Dave video earlier. Sorry that this is why. That's why I sound like Dave. All right. Okay. Hmm. All right. So I'll explain everything. Give me 1 second. Let me manage this position, right? Cool, cool. Yeah, but I had Dave in the background. My bad. All right. Um, yeah, here seems likely. Let me check. Yeah, 462. All right. So this is where. This is where. This low right here seems likely. This is on top of that range, right? Um, so you would appreciate that we're closing below up candles. Let me get done with this and then I'll walk you through it, right? Yeah. So just for knowledge sake, here what happened is that price came up, swept the high of this candle, no close given above a candle that has put in low and started going down. We can see some kind of reaction of the lower portion here, and if it fails to put in a high, we're getting below that low. That's it. That's all there is to it. So you can see that we close below this. We're tapping back in with this green candle right here. And for me, we should be able to see those lows. We'll see. My stop is already at break even, as you may know. Like this here. I'm sorry, you guys. The price just start dancing with my ordering. I'm trying to figure out where I should put my stop so I can start talking again. I guess it seems like I'm still high on the fact that yesterday I seen a lot of break even. Not didn't lose that much money, but I've seen a lot of break even. So on my shorts. Then again, yesterday I didn't use a high time frame zone to pair it with whatever structure I was using. Um, trying and taking these lows, right? Alright. Looks better. This into this made an equal high. This is likely right now, the low. Um, none of this is a product structure. Maybe we need to come back on this deeper. Um, all right. So, I just realized profit here. I'm not waiting for the lows. This will likely go to the lows, but I'm not. I need to talk. All right. So let me narrate this for you now. So here's what I was looking at, right? So everyone know the classical, the swing count coming. So you have to know that each legs has its own swing count, because this is a swing, yes, but this is also a swing, but it's not on the same time frame than this one. But on that leg, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here after the sixth swing, we can see a stronger move down, right? On that leg, and after the stronger move down, you restart the swing count, knowing that you just formed a new one, right? There's one here, second one there, a third one here, and then price start to shoot up, ending up tapping into some PYs of mine, which is a higher time frame down move that was unmitigated from a long time ago. Let me check when that was. February, right? Like quite long ago, but unmitigated. Okay, and so with that swing count in mind, we're coming in and tapping into the 50% of this, right? With open, at market open, and once it happened, price start to give hints on the lower time frame, which is all classical high getting close to one another. You have that high here, you have that high here, you have that high there, right? They're close of this high here. They're forming some kind of a rounding, right? So I took a first order from this to go there, to the obvious wick, and then I waited on this pullback to being able to create the second wave, as I'd say. Yeah, basically that's how the trade was framed. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. What are we looking at? And the idea behind a trade like this is most of the time those don't give the one-to-one, so deliver from the 50% to the 0%, right? And that's the idea behind it. Okay, the now about the question about the indicators. This is structure pilot ZNZ, the zone and zeal, right? Uh, that's the main tool. Um, you also have TBR paired with it, which is highlighting the 9 a.m. candle and the 3 p.m. candle. As you know, we need to be closing on the same time frame of the on those candle above or below, which is on the one. We need to have a close above or below the TBR on the 1 hour time frame in order to say anything is going on. Um, and allow me 1 second again, please. All right. Okay. Pum, 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 pum. And what's the last thing? And those TBRs, I paired it with my zones and stuff because TBR might get reactions. So I just use it as one more confluences to be able to take my setups, right? Basically. So this might go back in here. So the idea with the price right now is this might go back in here, and if it fails, we may see those lows right here. Yeah, the close happened. Is this validated on the 1 minute? Let me check. There is no. Oh, this is not a part of structure. Alright, this one was a success. We were forced to TP beforehand, something like this. But this was a success. Just discovered your page yesterday. Cool, cool. So yeah, this is this and that, and then you have the structure pilot vision, which is basically plotting the higher time frame candle on the right for you to be able to spot the fractal responsible and how the higher time frame structure looks without leaving the time frame that you're currently trading. That's the main goal of this, because you would argue that you can go up a time frame and down some time frame to be able to spot your move. Yeah, but this way, I mean, for me at least, I prefer it that way. This is why um, we developed this kind of things for the rest of you guys to be and it's accessible for free. This one, the vision, the higher time frame candles. So yeah, you might guess, knock yourself out. So we had the scalp coming out of the 50%. Let's see if price come from this low and close above, that would end up being our 1, 2, 3, 4th swing on this leg, right? If price fails here, we can see this low and potentially the whole leg goes. Potentially, we'll see. some music in my ear and wait for something to show up. Nova, are you familiar with Dave concepts? Because that's all that I use here, right? Yes, a bit cool. Alright, cool. Everything you see on my chart is based somehow on some concept that he uses, right? Of course, I developed my own view and models around it, but it's all based on Dave's concept. All right. Let's see if this fails here with the wicking, and that will end up being the third swing down. So you get one there, and here, and this one. If we close below, but in order for this to be a swing, we need to close below, right? This is not even, it just wicked below. Just know that the up move that I highlighted here, this move, is not a swing on this time frame, because we don't have a close here. Can you apply a model on crypto chart? Of course, of course. I do use exactly the same model you know, on whatever coins. Let me check. Boom, 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 boom. Good morning, Ari. Same thing was used. There's someone in my group that go by the name of Drake. That was in a short from up here on Bitcoin. And I was telling him that those lows are likely, that we may be able to see some more lows. But if we fail up here, price would more likely get above before getting below, right? So we took a trade from up there to there, and know that this is the 1 hour chart. So the trade ended up being something like 20-ish days. So yeah, it worked on everything. It's the same concept that I use to do all my things. Alright, so now let me go on the lower time frame for you guys. This is the small leg that we have going up, but as you can see, it's structured movement coming up. So we have this low down with this side, we get a sweep, we come up above, put it in high. New low, new high. New low, new high. How many swings do we get? 1, 2. That's the third one. That's the fourth one in formation. We may get some rejection from up here, based on how this looks. Do you have a community group to join? Yes, like Discord. Yes, I do. Check up, but it's a paid one. I mean, it goes for now. It goes with an indicator. Yeah, I will probably start mentoring, but by the end of this year. But for now, it's a one size fit all kind of deal. It's going with the indicator, and you can access the group and ask me any question. I'm available most time through the day. be trading. So yeah, I'm available. You any discount? Any discount? Nah, we don't do discount. I don't do discount based on one thing. I know the value that's around my thing, right? And it's already cheap based on the fact that you get the indicator and then you get access to me um, to ask whatever question about the indicator and what on your trading, right? So it will the price will change, but not to the downside. Price will change in the near future, but not to the downside. Just know that because if I mentor people, I will get less time to actually trade for myself. So yeah, this needs to be rewarded some kind of way. Still want to join? Cool. Just pep the link. Do you have my check my Twitter profile? It's on top of my Twitter profile. You go on one indicators, and then you do the thing to get the indicators, and you get access to the Discord. So yeah, as I was saying, there might be some rejection coming up from here based on the fact that price is tightening, going up. We'll see. Yeah, no change of direction as of yet. No break. Right, if you'll indulge me, so know that this is the top of your range, and the local range is between here and the low that we're putting in. Here and there. How long till that close? 3 minutes till that 15-minute close. Let's see how this goes. And here we are slightly in the middle of the range. then you would argue that this is the SNDR that has allowed us to put a low. Yes, but it looks like price it gets some rejection from it, but is looking for the high of it. Let's see. Let's see what price does. Right. Yeah. Just know that this little high that's in here is not a part of structure, so because the structure would be this high directly to that low. Um, yeah, this is structure, and if this is to put on a new low, structure would go like this. All right, but for now, look like we're looking for this inside high that's here. Even with how tight price look, would appear that this is our target. Yeah. Look at us going up. Who would have thought, right? Uh, all right. So yeah, I was managing a position. It's done now. All right, perfect. Yeah, it's done now. Perfect. It was the idea behind the position. So what did I do? I was counting this, and I see that after the sweep of something, price start to reverse and making new highs. So I buy stopped there. Let me show you. This was my buy stop. This was my TP. You would argue it's almost a one-to-one, right? I almost risk as much as I gained. But the thing with this is how what price was showing me, and this was the most probable target. Just know that we are in a range. I'm not trying to make lows or highs inside of this range, right? Still. All right. Any close would be lower for me. Okay. May be able to see. May be able to see some lows now. Now that we swept that inside high, let's see if price. Remember, price have love to take something before going in any direction. It was slated to going before, right? So we took the how can I say this? We took this inside high, and you can see price straight up dumps right after. Probably to whatever lows I was targeting before, right there. Let me see if I can find it because I'm late. All right, this is looking nice. Good, good. The idea is price is taking that week, potentially tapping back in to get below. All right. All right. Okay. All right. This is good. I made my money for the day. So that was a nice range play. You would argue that with my, I would advise. This is what I would advise. Most of the time, you see this trade right here, the middle one was the riskier one, right? The easy way to trade is to be on one side until you get exhausted, and then you get on the other side. How do you do this? How you do this is you just follow highs and lows. So this high is up as putting that low, so that makes you that may the last up move, which would be here, the range, and from above the 50% and the in between this 50% and the 100%, you will find some move going in the way you were already price was already slated to go, right? Trading that way is just trading the retracement that that's supposed to send price lower afterwards, right? And can be misleading at times. Yeah, that's the right word, misleading, because you get sure that price has to do this before it does that, and since you so used to take a short into a long, into another short into a long, if price missed your target like by, let's say, a tick or two, now you think, oh, we should still go get lower to get whatever before we get higher and stuff, and it gets harder to manage this kind of thing, right? All right, so this is a, as far as from now, this is a 100% session. So we were able to find this. find some profit in all of this, which is satisfying to say the least, right? How far do we get? This is 3R. Yeah, this is 3R plus 1.5, 4.5 hour so far. That's good. That's good. This session in how long have we been here? In less than 1 hour has already been more profitable that yesterday, my whole day yesterday. All you have to do in this kind of day is being able to control yourself. Either you're some of those guys that can change plan in a trading session. Me, I just applied my plan. My plan showed up sometime, never delivered to TP, so I took some losses and a lot of break even, right? But I never changed the plan. This is why here I'm still doing the same thing I was doing there yesterday and the day before on this upturn, right? But since I lost some money in here and took some BE, I was kind of mad yesterday night. So the people at Jiu-Jitsu felt me a little bit. But yeah, you just have to be aware of what your plan is and never deviate from it, because there will be some days that will be challenging for you. But if you deviate, you're never going to recover from it. I already made more. Like yesterday, I lost like what $5,000 something. In this little range that's here, I already made all that back plus some. All there is to this game is keep some money to be able to see the next trade. That's it. And a bit of knowledge also. Like you can, it's like pepper. The knowledge is the pepper on top of whatever plate you're cooking. So what I think of this is price. If price stays in the range right here, it would end up going below here before higher. When I say below here, is giving the 1-to-1. Doesn't have to go straight down to whatever POI that you had marked out from here, right? But as long as price look like this, it looks slated to go lower. But this is not my business, targeting highs, lows, and stuff. It's not how I make money. I'll take that trade. This is looking good. I'll take that trade. But I'm already at my profit target on this account. Let me find out if I have an account that's not at my profit target. Yeah, this is looking like something I know. This kind of would be the stop. And the TP would be something like this. Check. Yes. Here. Right. Let's see if this gave. Let me find an icon so I can get this on. I'm not yet on that trade. I am not advising anyone to get in that trade, right? I'm looking for a call. And if I get cooked out of that entry, it's fine. Because one would argue that I'm selling bottom of the range. So I deserve to get cooked. Remember, top of the range. Where is the bottom of our immediate range? Here, bottom of the range. Where is this entry located in the middle, arguably on the bottom part of the range. Do I deserve to get cooked? Yeah. So let me mark this out, -1. I didn't take that trade, but I would have if my target wasn't hit on my account, so I would have lost it. The rest of them as TP, this is -1. Okay, let me wait for the next opportunity. What's price doing? Trade above. Alright, for the people that want to know, wait, let me show you with a clean chart. Alright, so for the people that would you give me 1 second? Someone is ringing at my door. Alright, that was my roommate. Okay, so for the people, I was about to demonstrate something. I don't know anymore. Hold on a second. What was I about to demonstrate? How would you know? So we sweep the high of that candle, and now we might go with our little -1 setup. Why that's why here it might deliver now that we swept that. We will see. I don't know what I was about to demonstrate. If you guys have any questions, just ask them. All right. How do you come into a clean chart and apply an indicator to start looking at what price is doing? Whoa! How do I come into what? Okay. Which one? Which indicators? I mean, what? It depends on your level of knowledge. Yeah, it depends of your level of knowledge. Let's go on to a clean chart. This is definitely going. Let me get this one right. And apply the indicator to start looking at what price is doing. So let me delete all of this. So here I will talk a little bit about the setting of the indicator since you have this question. Swing lengths will basically give you the size of the retracement, because it's what the strategy, the whole thing that we're trading, it's based on market structure. Market structure says what? That if price retrace and then close above that retracement, we get a new POI or whatever you want to call it, you know. So the swing length, the higher you go with it, the larger the retracement it will show you, right? Let me demonstrate. Can I demonstrate right here? Let's go with 50. You see, we have some larger zones showing up right there. See? It will show you both the bearish and the bullish one also. if the swing type is set on to all. I usually wait. Give me 1 second. Um, all right. So I usually use bullish only myself, even if price is slated to go down, because it's my personal preferences. But let's say you're looking for bearish setup, I would advise that you go with the bearish only, so you have retracement going in the direction that you're looking for price to go into, right? And then you'll be looking for a tap into that whatever box that there is, and to see if you get your setup to get some continuation in. That's how it works. You can select the higher time frame zones. Will it go? Will it go? Is it loading? Okay. All right. What this does is it will plot a higher time frame zone as well as the lower time frame zone, that where you could expect some move coming out of it if it's not yet mitigated, right? Okay. And basically we have the zeal. I'll explain this later. You have to be slightly advanced to understand how this works. But the zone, this is how I use it, and I use it in collaboration, intertwined with the TBR. Time base like this. Yeah. I use it intertwined with the TBR, and what this does to me is it allows me to find some. Oh, let's get out of Apple. Some area where price is likely to react off of. See, we got that chart. Those obviously. So here, you see the zones, okay? And if we zoom in, see we have that up move that's here, that's getting validated. Is it yet validated? Did we close? This is a display error because I loaded up the chart after the TBR after I took the after the candle was already plotted, but it shouldn't be blue, it should be gray until we get a close up above or down below on the 1 hour time frame. And this is how I use it basically. Yeah, that's what I do. And then of course you add some salt to it with structure pilot, vision. And the vision is here to the boxes is the high low of candles itself, but I'm not using vertical close and high low most of the time because it clusters my chart. But you could use it if you know how to use it. I will explain how. Let me go on the lower time frame for demonstration purposes. Here we go. Beautiful short. Can this show my candle? Okay, cool. So as you can see, let me put more candle out of this. 10. Right there we have 10 candle of each. This one is the 1 hour, which allow you to see which fractal was respected, which is the last candle that has put in a high. Did we come and close below the candle that has put in a high, which means that we change structure on the lower time frame. But this you will know and understand this once you get familiar with the concept. It's how I spend in chart that makes you familiar with it, right? But this is how I use it all together in order to find a trade and in order to to know where I'm, why I'm looking that way or that way and stuff, etc. All right, let's go back to business. Okay. This minus one is really like I should have waited. The hint is this: those candles are not doing anything, but this one here is putting a high, and then price coming close below it. So stopping that candle made sense. Um, Initial target was it. This is the red bar that's here. This is the initial target. Since we were here, this is where I was looking at price to go. So yeah, that's what I do. And then you rinse and repeat every day the same process, same exact thing. Until it gets boring, and when it gets boring, I mean, you get to some other things because you, when it gets boring is when you start really making money with it, because it's no longer exciting to find one setup. It's just the same thing that you done yesterday and the day before. All right. Why can't we to be boring then? Yeah, but do, this is this is all a process, and you have to accept it. It comes with sweat, tears, and a night of lacking sleep in order to understand what you don't see. Then give yourself some time. When I say giving yourself some time, it's not off the charts. It's giving yourself some time, looking at like the same thing that you used to look at to see if you see something else, right? And then once it get natural, it just flows. But when it flows, doesn't mean that every day will be. I mean, every day can be a profitable day, but it doesn't mean that every day will be as easy slated as this one, right? But most of them, I feel the way that I feel today. Yesterday, I didn't feel like this in 2 weeks, and it doesn't even matter because I didn't lose that much money. Took a bunch of BE. I was early on my short. That's it. The long shorts look. It looks like this would be what I was looking for here. So what I would advise is for you to wait for some higher time frames on to be hit, but keep in mind that you need the swing count on your side first. Swing, which is retracement, which is what the switcher pilot is displaying. Right? All right. Why are you here? Let me get rid of this. Let us see what gold's doing. How many swing count do you usually look out for? I mean, swing count. I have rules around swings, which is the first, the second, and the third swing. I am trading direction of the trend, which is, let's say the trend is up. So the first three, it's there's no way that I've been looking for something counter trend. And then above the third one, I start looking for counter trend and still until it's become the new trend. Doesn't mean that the the one trade that I take into counter trend as to change the trend. Let me show you an example. You would argue that on this leg right here, there's swings, right? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Is this 4? Yeah, this is 4, this is 5. So up until 1, 2, 3 here, I am not looking for short, but here I could be. I still need to see my setup. There's some other things that I'm looking into to be able to take a short, but I could have been here taking a short because it's in my plan. It's literally in my plan. And but I know that I'm counter trending, so my break even, I get to break even fast. My entry is very small risk. You need to have a lot of knowledge to. I mean, a lot of knowledge. No, you need to have a mastery of your craft to be able to do. It's not really a knowledge gap. It's more or less like an execution experience thing, right? You need to have executed a lot, and quite frankly, in my case, I've lost a lot of money doing this before I made money. So if you don't want this to be you, stay in demo until you fully get it. This is my advice to you, but know that people gave me that advice and I didn't follow it, so I lost a lot of money, a lot of cash. So yeah, and then I would be here looking at the same thing, but my break-even point, if I'm in a, let me show you something. Alright, if I was taking a short from here, most likely my entry would have been there. My initial stop would have been this, the high point that we put in, right? Oh, my entry could have been this too. It depends, either here or there, but it doesn't matter. For this demonstration, we'll use this, right? And once we make this pullback and trade lower, I would have removed my risk. And it doesn't matter if price doesn't go to my target and come back to my stop, because my risk is removed, because I understand that I am trading counter trend. Price is going that way and I'm trying to take it that way, which is considered by some by like high risk entry, which is it's not. It's just a knowledge gap. It's just a knowledge gap, basically. So, okay, here was my advice to beginner, to whoever was trying to learn this. Only trade on the direction of the current trend and wait for the pullback into the previous swing. This is one swing, right? This is a second swing there. There is a slight pullback into the previous swing here. You could have found an entry going that way. There is a third swing there. Me start counter trending here doesn't mean that you have to. I would advise to stop taking continuation after the fourth swing is formed. Once you get four swing going somewhere in a direction, I would stop taking trade on the pullback to go in the same direction. Based on my experience, and someone taught me that, but based on my experience today, price often reverse in between the fourth and the sixth swing, right? And based on that, you need to like, you can get out there and get cooked, and then you will figure out then what I was saying, that video was true, right? And you'll come back to it. That's fine. Just do your thing until you're done losing money and stuff. Then, all right. If anyone has question, I'm still open. Wait. Beautiful, right? You might be able to see those lows. Yeah. Let me see what gold's doing. Okay. So I've been a buyer of gold since a while now. Um, but look, yeah, this is this is perfect for demonstration of what I was saying earlier, right? Um, yeah, this is not real execution. This is demo, so it doesn't really matter. But do, don't mind the execution that's here. But I've been a buyer of gold since around there. I think I tweeted about it here. Since we got that low, it on each single new low gold gave me, I've bought and realize some profit because I'm not trying to what to put in a new high. I'm just scalping, knowing that I'm counter trending. The trend is going down, and me, I'm buying here. Each new lows, I'm buying. Why? Because of how close the low get to one another. Doesn't this ring a bell? Um, doesn't this look like just the 1 minute setup that I take every day on NQ? Low or high getting close one to another, and then price shoot up and keep doing whatever it was doing. So this is why I'm a buyer on gold since a while. I don't know where the low will be, whether it will be here and now we can see some highs, or whether price go there and then we can see some highs. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because I'm able to see profit before I see loss. I realize that profit and I run. So let me, as I was saying, the target profit on this account was already 8. Let me trade personal account now. If you guys have questions, be my guest, and I got the 8 today. That's it. Don't worry. But it's not against you. It's just like I'm talking to the old me, to the 1 year ago me, the man that was straight up coming up every day in the market to lose money instead of learning how to do it properly, and dealing with his emotion and stuff. That was me, 100%. I have to say beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, this look like those things right here are gonna get taken. We'll see. First off on the list would be this. We'll see. Not that this is just the 1 hour, but you can see on the structure of the candle itself what is going on in the 1 minute. All right. Okay. All right. Hello, Balako. How's it going? 1, 2, 3 for higher time frame trades. What do you mean 1, 2, 3 for higher time frame trades? Are you talking about the swing count? It's not 1, 2, 3 for higher time frame trades. It's just count your swing on multiple time frames and know where you are within the trends on those 2 time frames, and know that the higher time frame is as priority over the lower one, right? So yeah, like I'm not taking whatever break I get in on here on the 1 minute thinking. Okay, now we got to get here for sure. Yeah. No, before we get there, we need to break this, which will be a break of structure on the, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes maybe. We have to break this, then tap back in, and now we can say, oh yeah, this is looking at the same setup I take usually on the lower time frame, on the higher time frame. So it might does this based on my experience doing the same thing with the same type of candle on the lower time frame. I hope that makes sense. Do you see the our classic? Our classic is happening in here. Also, maybe we'll be looking for this. Maybe, I'm not sure. But what our classic is this tightening. You see this low. We see a wick right close to it, right? Another low, but it's close. And this one, it didn't even take the previous one. We tap back in the wick there, and price is running up above something. Probably this week, I'd say. Yeah. And this is entirely tradable. Based on what? Understanding my market structure. What is this? A swing. What are we tapping into on top of it? What is price is doing? The rounding. Where is it will probably go above a wick. That's obvious. That's it. You rinse this and repeat, you get $1 million in no time. In no time, you just have to be chill enough and chilling enough to be able to see it. If you're able to spot it, you have made 90% of the profit you'll make later on, basically. Like you can make this up. You can make this up. All of you guys know that this is live market, so I don't know what decision the Fed took. I don't know what whether it's Elon or Jeff Bezos is doing with his money. I don't know which bull market we're in or not. I just know how to read candles, and the candles tells me what I should be looking for. So the chart will always tell you the news, basically. Yes, and beforehand. Okay, not that somewhere. Get like anywhere you want. The chart will tell you the news before the news hits. If you know what to look for, yeah, basically, it will. And news add up volumes into the charts. That's it. Do not try and guess direction. I mean, I don't do it, so I will teach you what I do, right? Do not try and guess direction based on some news. Like inflation report were good, so we should go that way. Or unemployment record was bad, so we should go that way. Or I don't know. Sometimes it gets in the direction you get it right, but if it's not systematic, it's not reliable, and it's not systematic. The systematic thing that happened after news is just extreme volatility. That's it. Like price get out of small ranges and just get in large ranges. That's it. That's it. All right. Still looking for this, in my opinion. Um, we like 12 viewers. Please, guys, just hello, pro. How's it going? Yeah, just give me some. I mean, if you get any value from this, just like the video so other people can get value for free too, right? As long as it's free, because at some point it won't be anymore. At least for me. But know that what you get from me today will still be in the chart forever, I guess. As long as there's a chart, it will be working the same way. If you can, I mean, this is not wrong. What I'm saying is not wrong, but if you can prove me wrong, I'd be glad. We can get, you can get any chart and get to the beginning of it. It's the same thing. That's what we're trading in here. All right, okay. So did we get up above that week? No. But is this tradable? Absolutely. And if you, let's say, you'd find an entry in here based on the fact that you think that this week is going to take, and so you wait for us to trade above some down candle, which is here, and on tap back in, you either buy stop the top or buy limit in here, assuming that your risk go below here, and targeting this. What is this? This would have been a 4-hour trade, right? But since you don't know what price will do, what can you do? You can go trail below the low of the last bullish candle that has put in high on the current time frame or on the lower time frame. So once you get there, your stop is here. This means that There's zero risk out of that entry, zero, which allow you the luxury of being right or wrong or whatever, because there's no more risk taken. This is basically what saved me yesterday. But I swear to God, like a day like yesterday, when I'm saying I want to go short and market only goes up. Few months back, this is all my funded account gone, live account gone, me in my bed, waiting for the next day, and for my girlfriend to say, "Hey, are you okay?" This is what was happening to me a few months back. But now that I get the system that I don't know where price is going, even if I think it's going there because this and that and blah blah blah. I feel better about myself because my loss gets smaller, and since I have less losses, I realize so much more profit, man. You don't even know. But yeah, this is my advice to whoever trying to doesn't understand the whole structural thing. That's what happening here, because we are on a higher time frame though. We tapped out the 50%. The most likely things to that price is doing is going here. But even if you're trying to scalp counter trending here on each lows and stuff, once you get that rounding, you're like, oh, this is the week and stuff and stuff. If you go and accept your fate and go to break even when price start making highs, you can see break even instead of a loss, and then the spiral doesn't start, because the doom spiral goes fast. It was going so fast to me, like I was struggling to make, like, I don't know, 1k a day for like 7 days straight, coming up, doing your 1k, get out, and then in one day minus 30k. Yes, cool, because spiral. Thank God it doesn't happen to me anymore. That, yeah, but it just come out of discipline and accept the fact that the market will be right no matter what I do. So here we have a top of the out of the 50% of that swing right here. What is this? This is a flat candle. This looking good for a TPO idea on top of the flat candle. Just know that with, in my opinion, we're still going down. But we can count our swings. There's a low here. There's a low there. This is not a swing. Not even if it is, it's not on the same trend as those one, the larger one. I'll make this. Let me check if it is there. Is this low? According to that candle, it is. This is a swing, but I would not count it as 1, 2, 3. I would count 1, 2. So let me put this in red for clarity purposes. All right. Do you see on the structure of the candle on the hourly, we had some hint that price was going to do this candle here. You see what this is? I mean, if you're familiar with Dave concept, you know what this is. If you're not, it's not that bad. I will explain it to you, but I need to um, deliver this the neat, so it's not yet the time to do it. It's not because of you. It's just my delivery is not ready to. I mean, I'm not ready to explain it to you. That's it. Not good enough. I'm explaining things that I'm not using every day. I need to use it. Like I heard Dave say earlier, like you need to be fluent into anything that you want to explain to someone. Otherwise, you just give these people thing that it will have to deal with later on, and this is on you because you're not fluent enough to explain it. Anything that I explain to you is thing that I understand and that I use to make money. What an easy day. Alright, give me 1 second. I have a phone call. 1 second. Hello? Alright, I'm back. Sorry for this interruption. Where was I? So this little zone right here that's shown by the pilot. Um, so you get the tap into the 50%. The one-to-one delivery was straight. Even if price is slated to go lower, this is what builds structure. Like you have whatever time frame you're looking at that has structure. Like wait, whoa, this never happened. Like this, right? Whenever price comes down, if the move coming down, let me put this in another color for clarity's sake. If the move coming down respected the same time frame, that's the condition is that it's a move off of the same time frame, because if you are in a higher time frame move, it doesn't matter what happened here on the 1 minute. If the 15 minute has to make a swing and it's coming with velocity, you will just see one red candle like this. Doesn't mean that it didn't get respected. We may have some bounces, but it's impossible for you to see it in the one move that's coming down, right? So what you have to understand, if price comes back down and tap back into this zone to give a pullback that's here, which end up being the lower high, that's end up coming below here. Now we're below that high in that pullback that's here, tapping back in, trading back up, right? Because of this tap below this, trading back up, that end up creating structure on the other way, like on the other side. And now this structure is what will lead us to some structure when we will end up coming back up again, right? All there is to this is we have to be in a move that's in the same time frame that the structure we're looking at, basically, for this example to be respected. So yeah, we were able to find some good trades. Let me see where I would buy. I wouldn't buy before my TP there. Actually, I would let all of this getting cooked, because this is how it looks. This is the zone at the top of the range. We'll see, but I see price coming into here before going up. This is what I'd see, but we'll see. All right. Let me check this. All right. Okay. I wouldn't be longing longing to get to that high for many of those lows that's in here. I'd wait for them to get cooked and then trade back in. Yeah, that's what I see. There might be a bounce here, or around, and then the next bounce is likely there. Yeah, this is what I would expect. So that's it. Any questions? I might take a question now. I guess there's no questions, which is totally fine with me. So remember, our two weapons is swing count into higher time frame POI. Both bounces are 50% of zones. Is it? I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, this bounces are 50% of zone. And this, it probably is, you know, things aligns with the concept previously taught. It might be. Let me check. What's questions are coming in. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the lower one is not really a 50% of a zone, but it's just an area. As I'm saying, once we get two here, we might see something, you know. I'm not saying strictly at this point price will reverse. I don't know that. But yeah, this one is the 50% of the zone. All right. What sort of confirmation are you usually looking for before taking your entry? Swing counts has to be on my side, as I explained before. I have to be normally, like, I didn't do it yesterday. You know that how that ended up being, right? But I mean, we have to be in a higher time frame zone, somewhere where I expect price to reject off of with swing counts coming up to this point. And then I look when we have both of those confirmation aligned. I'm looking at the candlestick itself at this point to see if price is struggling to putting an eye, like giving me closure one, the high one close to another, the classic one, you know, or we put wait, or we go and put a candle up. This is the up candle that we put. Let's say that this is the last candle that we put, and that giving us the new high. This is a candle before the last candle is this one, and straight after that candle close, the next one open, trade higher, and come and close here. Most of the time there is an entry there with the stop going above whatever high it has put in here. The entry technique may be subject to change, the entry technique, but not the reason why. The reason why should always be the same. So it's swing count into I'm in a higher time frame POI, and I already have a target for whatever order that I'm placing in the market. What would be your plan now if you want to get into trades? With swing count being met, do you look for longs now, or just avoid entry till the low gets swept? Is the swing count met? Let me check. So we have one there, we have second one there. But as I was stating before, this and that, you can take it, even if you go lower, it's all the same, right? Even if you go like this, it's all the same. But the first and second one here, there's no more swing on this time frame that's showing me that the swing count is met. I would need to see some get off me. I need to see something like this. And now that this is 3, but here what you're seeing in there, this is this here. Let me put this in what color? Some gauge color. Perfect. This is that. So that makes us 4. But this is this leg, not those one. This is only respect, all the respect goes for that leg, not the one that was before. Doesn't matter. So what I expect from that, if I was in an entry for this, with this, I could have taken an entry there, coming back into that swing. Not trying to take that high, but coming back into that swing based on the swing count that we got here. But I'm not trying to go here because it's all due respect for that leg. So it's a scalp from here to there, knowing that price is most likely going to put another low in order for us to have the swing count, the larger one, being respected. I mean, created. I hope that answered your question, Ari. But this is how I'll be looking at it. It's objective things, but it's how to spot it in real time based on the fact that there's multiple swing formatting and that's come from multiple time frame at the same time, and you have not to mix it in order to have something accurate. Flourished. Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to answer some question, but it's all good. It's all good. That's why we're here. It's all good. So yeah, this is how I would frame the idea around it, right? And remember, the most important thing is to understand how the market moves. It doesn't matter if you made 100 million in one trade today, or 0 or minus 50K today in one trade. I don't care. The most important thing is understand how the market is moving. But because once you do, you are able to see profit going one way or another because you understand how it moves. And the satisfaction beyond this, man. I was talking with a friend earlier this week, telling him that I'm about to stop talking to people, like literally not answering to my name in the suite. Why? Because of the value of time, and the time. I mean, the the line, everything is a trade, right? Everything you do is a trade. So if I watch whatever video that doesn't do anything good to me, it's a trade. I'm trading my time against basically nothing. But let's say if I spend some time learning math and whatever things that doing good to me, it's a trade also, but it's a positive one. But you never know which kind of trade you're getting into when you meet new people, right? The I approach it that way. If I have to, I will, but I'm not forcing any encounter anymore because everything is a trade, and I don't want to be clicking everywhere on my life, hoping that those trades are good. I want to select the few ones that's better for me, and that's it. All right, I think we will. It's a bit subjective. It's not subjective. Need not to look in the strict mechanical way. This is a mechanical way, but you need to understand what you're looking at. It's not. It's not subjective. It's objective. Um, it's the swing count is really mechanical. You just have not to make up swings when you don't find enough swings to suit your perception of the market. You need not to make up one for that. Let me show you something. I don't know if you were here earlier. I think you were in there. This I took a 1-to-1 in here, but you see this tightening here. Price is making swing too. Maybe we'll get some. All right. Here's the info. So you have one down move here with trade above close, down move here, trade above close, down move here, trade above, trade below, close after. So this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3. What happened after the third one is formatted? The fourth one start to form, trade straight below the third one, and then So not subjective, not subjective, objective. You just have to know this is lower time frame one. What we're witnessing right now is the 5 second swings, nothing else. And sometime you're here sitting on the 1 minute and you're witnessing a higher time frame swing being formatted with a large pull up and down. It's not the same on the same time frame as your little swing count and stuff. It's not. This is where it's difficult at start, but once you get used to it, just put in a box on the chart and clicking to see profit. That's it. And then you go meditate, you do whatever you want. I meant for swing based on the size of swing. It's bad. If you get swing around the same size, there will be part of the same time of the same trend. It's you. It's for me. It's not subjective, but I get what you're saying. You can be looking at it that way, but it's not really subjective. It's just high side thing. You have to get used to it before you can use it basically. All right. So this was a nice session. Let me just. Oh, look where gold bounce. So we have a high, validated high. That put in a low. We come up, close above. What happened when we get there? The idea behind it is the delivery of the one-to-one, which will be here. And on the way down to this entry, what happened? You have a swing here, right? So let's say this before the first break. That'll be this. You have this. And then you have smaller swing in here, but I'm not counting the smaller swing with this, right? And then the third one come up here, and we are straight inside this one. If this is not able to come up and put us with a low, we can see the high. But you counted your swing coming down. That's it. All right. On this nice swing talks, I get out of there. I'm going to do some fitness because I'm getting fat on this chair. The learning part was good, but I'm getting fat now. So yeah, thank you for attending. Yeah, we see each other tomorrow for going and looking for the same setup again, right? Thanks for attending. See you then.